Streaming has started. Okay. Now, my live chat is supposed to be working. So, if you're in there and it's working, just send me a quick message because I think it's been fouling up. If you don't mind. My lovely wife is here. Nellie, kid. She's over there on the weight bench helping me with QC tonight. You might be able to see her in the mirror, maybe. Nope. That's just me. Haha, she's hiding. You'll never see her face. Anyway, so I just randomly going to do a little bit of a stream tonight. Wasn't really planning on doing a stream tonight, but I really want to work on this thing, and at the same time, I don't want to work on this thing without streaming or displaying my progress as I go. So it's either make a video and everyone gets to miss out on real-time application, or just go for it. I have done a couple things while... okay, so we got a comment. See, so I'm going to try to type, but my cursor's not there, so... this is where it might help for a second computer. Just to have...
Why is your cursor not there?
I clicked it. It's there-ish. But, I mean, at least this way I can see when people type, I guess. But it's not... I don't know. It's not a perfect system. I just don't think the laptop can handle it. I mean, if I drop the... See, so there it is. It just finally popped up with hey on my screen. So, I mean, it worked, but it's not... It's just still frame on my side. So, but anyway...
Do you want to try using my laptop if it's a little strong?
Maybe another day, because everything's already set up, right?
Yeah, totally. But it has OBS on it already.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have as much stuff on it. Because your computer has a bunch of files and pictures, which takes up a lot of space, and you have a lot of music. I
haven't defragged in a long time. Maybe I should try that.
And that as well.
Why don't I do that tomorrow while you're streaming?
Okay.
Does that work?
Sure.
Okay.
And if it's still dragging down,
I'll try that.
Is still up there, and it can handle streaming.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, so I've been anxious to work on this thing ever since I stopped working on it this morning. I, of course, had to, finish laundry and water the lawn and take care of regular business around here. But I have done a few little things, nothing too detrimental, nothing major. As you see, I've cut out all the pieces for the legs, which I'm going to try to work on in this stream. I have not cut out the PC parts yet. One of the little custom things I have done is I have taken the Hellscythe boots and I have added the Hellscythe fins off of her boots onto the tips there. So pretty simple little mod. I just simply cut a groove into the front of the boot using a small hacksaw, little modeling saw, and then a couple of files to just file it, and a scalpel to clear away this upper part because my files weren't quite doing it. And then, as you can see, the piece just fits right in here, nice and snug. Push it down, and voila, just like it was always meant to be there. So, try to keep it so that the blade part is on the out. Not everything has worked that way in my little plans here. This here is actually the elongated part from the rifle here. I've gonna not use the rifles because I've got the really wicked cool scythe that I'm gonna use. So I've decided I'm gonna go ahead and try to use as many of these blue parts, in other places as I can. In this particular case, I'm actually gonna go off the top of the spike for the knee. That's gonna go on there, and the only reason it's not been fused in there yet is because I want to repaint these one last time. These were painted on the tree, and as you can see, there's still a little bit of original white on here, so I want to give those another coat of primer before those get glued on. I also disassembled the upper wing unit, and I've taken the little red tips that usually go up there, and I've modified them slightly with these pieces here. These were the... what were these off of? This was some sort of spike off of somewhere off of her. I don't remember where now. But it's something I wasn't going to use anywhere else, or at all, really. So I've added that spike in there so that when it does go into the wing, it'll be that piece that folds in and out of here, so that that'll actually sit in there about like that, giving a nice little effect, I think, to that wing. Actually, I think it'll be the other wing. It'll be more, yeah, I think that's right. It goes that way. Just giving that extra little bit of blue shiny piece, whatever. And still up for debate as to whether or not I'm going to use them, but now that I've done what I've done, I took the 1/144th wing ends. Oh, good to know. Thank you, Nelly. So I did take the smaller 1/44th wings, and if anyone's been following the pictures, I had to actually cut this piece out because Richard had glued it in, but whatever. And I removed the red ones, which would be the ones off of the bigger kits, and I've actually replaced them with the shiny blue piece. So now that I've done that, I do really want to use these, and I'm trying to work out a way that we can take Persephone here, which, if you didn't get to watch the videos early, this is as far as we've gotten with her so far. And I'd like to maybe try to attach them as like a skirt piece, so that it would maybe sit back here, possibly, on the thigh. And I think the way I'm going to get away with that is her regular traditional knee is actually not her knee. It's this upper thigh piece. It's this. Holds this giant booster on here. And while I don't have a pin model unit kind of thing to go off of here, I can modify something so that this would sit in here, and that might be able to go onto her thigh, and that'll give her those almost like side skirt kind of. I kind of think of it as like Darkstalker's Morgan, the way she has her wings on her hips. So that should get everyone caught up to speed as to what I've been doing here today. Like I said, it wasn't planned to really work on the kit, but let's try to get these legs figured out, or at least as much of the leg as possible that I can work on, and kind of go from there. I do believe this is the right foot and this is the left foot. Those are my knee joints, so let's find my... Okay. Actually, I'm not going to be using those. I'm using these upper legs. Basically, it's pretty simplistic here. All I basically have to do is put these together around the knee joints, pop them into here, slide them up through here, and at some point in time here in this stream, I'm just going to have to figure out how I'm going to go about attaching these. And what I may end up doing is I might just use this bottom hole right here that's here, drill it straight through very carefully, put a pin that actually attaches to this hole inside of here, run it through, hollow this section out, slide this into here, slide the over piece over the top, and as long as this works like the Hellscythe one, or not the Hellscythe, the what the hell was the one I just built? The Heavy Arms one. I should only have to hollow out some of this, so we'll get into that in just a moment. I might just actually have to drill this all the way out and run a pin straight through. Might be the best way to go about it. Alright, so let's get these upper thighs. I need a new blade. This one's getting kinda... I broke the tip off for one. Sure, nice. There we go. Nice new one right there. I do hang on to some of my blades for a couple of reasons. One, just because it's been used, it is still fairly sharp. I can use it to cut paper. I can use it for various other projects. But one of the other things I like to keep blades for is sometimes you got to pry pieces apart. And when you do this, sometimes you can dull a blade or you can snap a tip. So just keeping some extras. I already have a full thing of extra blades, so sometimes keeping some extras just kind of helps you keep from breaking your good blades on projects. And when you get a nice new blade, it just cuts like butter. I like it. So far, knock on wood, this kit has not yet made me bleed. Just about every project I work on, I end up cutting myself or stabbing or something to that degree. It's kind of become a running gag in my family to just buy me Band-Aids for Christmas and put them in my stocking. So there's that. One of my videos earlier today got flagged for copyright content, so I don't know if, I think it's still up. It still shows on my dashboard, but Justin Bieber apparently takes issue with somebody using his music in the background. And while I'm not a fan of Justin Bieber, it's one of those songs that's on my playlist because other people like it, and I don't just necessarily keep a playlist for me. And it's just on my phone because I can't use my computer music because it bogs down my computer. So, but anyway, yeah, so Justin Bieber's an asshole, and we already knew that. Yeah. I believe that's the only one of these I'm working with. Now, this should be the top of the knee. Now, I don't know why why is there a pin in there? What is the point of that? Is that the pin for the upper thigh? Is that the deal? We have to use a whole different upper thigh. Is that the plan? No, it's the same one, it looks like. Yep, it's the same one. Okay, so either way, we still use the same upper thigh, but we have to put the hole to the back. And then we also need these. Right. Yeah. So I did try to prepare for this particular stream slash video. This time I obviously had cut out a bunch of the pieces already. Pretty much had everything laid out and ready to go. I have adjusted the lighting settings slightly. I don't know if that's helping at all with you guys. It is helping?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Definitely, it looks like it focuses more on the pieces, and when I was watching in today's videos, when the light was on the pieces, it was like reflected so much.
Yeah, I had to reduce the gamma. There was a gamma setting, so it actually kind of took out some of that ambient light. And that was one of the things I noticed in the video playbacks too, was that it was so, like with the new overhead light, it's so bright on my workstation. We found these at the dollar store. I'm not actually using this in the stream, but it's an LED battery operated light, and I was going to use this for my work, and it's got 3 settings. We got a low, a medium, and a high, and the high is just super bright, and as you can see, it really illuminates pieces. Cool little thing to have. It was like $4 at the dollar store. It was pretty sweet. But I ended up, I think I showed it in an earlier video earlier today, installed a light actually into my desk right over this workstation. So that's, I think that's going pretty well as well. Okay. But yeah, that was earlier. I was having a little issue with there being too much light. I'm just going to actually move this to here so I don't have to keep going. Okay, so this goes to the front. Another thing that happens when you paint on the tree before actually assembly, you find that pieces do fit a little tighter, which can both be a blessing and a curse. One of the downsides is it does make the pieces stiffer in the joint to move, which can be good. It can also be bad. Sometimes it can make the pin snap because it's too tight. Sometimes it tightens up a loose pin, so it's really kind of a crap shot as to whether or not it happens. I find if it's too difficult to get the piece in, then I'll go back and I'll just kind of sand a little bit of the paint off. And being as these are solid color, they will probably get another coat of paint. The things that are multicolor like this, I can't. I mean, I guess I could remove this piece and repaint purple. But multicolor things, I just touch out after. But yeah, like these, like I said, these will get a second coat of paint before those go on there. And yeah, one of the good things about building this with a pin in it is I can give this a second coat of paint after doing all the modifications, and these as well before they go together for final. So that's outside of me, so this guy's got to go. And like I was saying earlier too, when you do paint them on the tree, you can actually see a little better where the discrepancy is on those seam lines when you've got the cut right on the seam line. And you can kind of clean that up prior to but I'll only do that, like I said, with the with solid color parts. I won't do that with the multicolors. Uh-oh. My computer's thinking, and my... Alright, that's weird. Did you do something? You moved? So, I know the Master Grade Gundams have the double knee joint, where you've got the one and then the two, the second joint will also move. I don't know about the RGs now. I don't know if that's something the RG is doing. I know the 1/144 used to have that PCB part where it was like a big oval with two circles in it, and I found that the knees just, I mean, you couldn't go 180 degrees. There's just no way the knee couldn't bend that way. So I feel like that's an improvement for this this day and age. So here's an example of something that's too tight for a pin, and I don't want this to snap that pin off. I actually had that little issue yesterday with the arm. If anyone was watching that stream, I was pretty upset about that. The pin didn't snap off, but it's about to any time. So we're just gonna kind of give that a little sand. This is where your emery boards come in handy if you have emery boards. And now that'll go in there nice and smoothly. So obviously this goes into the top of here, and we've got a leg. Reminds me of a ZZ Top song. pretty sure these go with the... Yeah, I thought. So the thigh goes into that. Holy smokes, does this chick have some long legs. Unless I'm using the wrong upper thigh. No, I think there was only one set of thighs. Wow, she is going to be a lot taller than anyone else so far. So it looks like I do have two different ways of going about mounting these if I'm going to do it. It looks like I can utilize a pin that's here in the back of the thigh, right above the knee joint, or I can, it looks like these will rotate anyway, so it looks like I can very easily use either one of those, and that can go there. What? One more time? Oh, son of a bitch, what? You broke your game? Oh, your chain. Nelly is doing some fishing in Pokemon. She's trying to do, she's shiny hunting. So, she just broke her fishing chain. So, holy smokes. That's, she's got some long freaking legs. Well, I'm still trying to get over it, like how much longer they're going to be here in just a moment. That's going to be right about there. Fine, hold it, we'll just this way. Yeah, that's going to be... Wow. Okay, well, kind of no going back. We already started. So, we're going to try to use a pin that's going to be that diameter. So I'm going to have to go get drill bits. I'll be right back. Does it look like there's even anyone in the stream other than you and me? Huh? Okay. Too big. Still too big. Oh, it's going to be that one size that... It's decent. Oh, buzz, buzz. What was that? That was a Facebook message. Probably somebody saying that for some reason or other they can't go to the stream. Let's see. Somebody loves what I've done with the headpiece. Yeah. I also love what I've done with the headpiece. Not to be a conceited asshole, but... I am definitely proud. I like it when things go the way they're supposed to, or at least go the way I see them in my head. Here's where things are going to get sketchy. I'm going to try to drill these holes without screwing something up. Hmm. Okay. People aren't here to watch me check my messages. So now, if I've done this right, this should line up. Use this pen for now. Should line up pretty good right there. I just got to cut that out of the inside there. Draw out of the way here. So now I'm just removing this inside part here, so that there's enough room for this other leg piece to go inside. This is not how I did the Magatsuki, because the Magatsuki knee joints actually are somewhat compatible with the Megami device kits. Not completely, but close. However, the heavy arms has a very similar leg system. The knee joints are slightly different on that kit, so you're able to you're actually able to run there's a peg like right, let's see, right about here. So I actually drilled through a lower portion on the Jinrai's leg through the armor plating, and was able to draw that a whole lot big enough that the pin that was inside the leg was able to go right through that armor piece. That is just being... Okay. I need some PC parts. Pretty sure I need PC. What is it? PC A, I think, for the legs. Yeah. And then I don't need the upper PC part there. Ooh, I need the PC part for the front of the knee. That's PC F, it looks like. And I won't be using PCC. Let's cut this one out. Thank you. I got a comment there from Drew Andres saying, very macabre. I know I'm going to have to shave this just slightly because her calf is not quite going to fit in there. So, as you can see, we could snap close the bottom, but we're going to have a little bit of trouble here getting this to close up top. So we're actually going to have to remove this, this section right here. Is going to have to come out on both sides. Whoa. And that might be easier to do. Ooh, maybe not. This is where a Dremel comes in handy. However, the problem with the Dremel is you don't have as much control. And you're as good as your hand and as steady as your hand can be, but one slip with the Dremel and at 2,000 to 6,000 RPMs, your whole piece is screwed. Straight up remove this. Gone. I mentioned earlier how I got a copyright claim. I thought it was funny that it was Justin Bieber and not Metallica. Metallica is really anti-use their stuff. And I'm not monetizing any of these videos, so I really don't give a shit. But I just kind of strike me as odd that, you know, someone like Justin Bieber would really give a shit about that kind of thing. Just gonna take a little bit more of this here. What's going on with my chat? I just saw it blink out again. We're going to have to do the same thing on the other side, because it's still not quite going to catch, because it's still not quite center. But as you can see, it does set center on this side now. So same thing, we're going to just do that on the other side. Get rid of this right here. I'm just going to try to do it without sawing it. I hope they don't break the piece. And usually once you've figured out how to do one, the rest of them go a little faster. As you can see, I'm already done this side. Ooh. Yep. So either side, wiggle wiggle, sits center either way. So we can actually go ahead and put our PC parts in, close this up, and we should be able to get that back in there once it's done. So now I can't find my hole. Of course not. There we go. So now that'll go on there. We'll either build a custom pin for it, or I might actually have a steel pin that might work. Have a larger. No, I've got a really large one. That would be too much, probably. So we may have to build a custom pin, but that's okay. Might have something we can work off of to begin with anyway. There's some thin ones here somewhere. It's a thick one. Give me a thin one. This is why I save some of my runners. You never know when you're going to need a piece that you can turn into a pin. And this one just might be the right size. Yeah, that'll work. That's too thick. Now, obviously, this runner is not the same color or anything, but we can see that it is not quite the same diameter. It's actually just a little bit too big. So we can do one of two things. We can either auger out the hole, or we can do a custom pin where we take and we sand down this guy here. And it's so close to fitting. It really is. But it's just a little too much. We just put this in our chuck on our drill. And then we simply sand it. You can see that on the... Keep in mind this does get a little warm. So if you're going to do this, I recommend you don't do it for long periods of time. Do it carefully. That should... Oh, it's getting there. It's pretty snug. For next. You can always have that happen too if you're not careful. Wow, this one is brittle. Okay, that's not working. Try again. You might have to, might just have to auger this one out. It sucks. Let's try this one more time here. So close. Come on. No, just not going to do it for me. Okay. There we go. And just like that, we've got permanent knee pin. We can glue this in. Hard part's going to be, of course, cutting that loose, but I think I have a solution for that anyway. I've got these cool little blue circles that I think are going to fit right over the top of that, so even if I do cut it, it's no big deal. But yeah, that's the plan. You just shove that through until it's tight, and we've got one leg complete. And as you can see, just don't hold on to that. We'll stabilize that obviously when it gets super glued. That won't be as wobbly. But yeah, so she's going to be really tall. I did not count on her legs being that long. I'm guessing she must have had shorter forelegs than the other girls, because this is going to be adding approximately, that's where the knee should be, so it should be at least about an inch and a bit. So she will be the tallest of my girls so far. And then my next one will be the summer kit, and she will not be as tall. So we're not going to glue this in just yet, because we're going to give this another coat of primer before we do that. But we do have the dry fit, so we know that piece was good. We know that one works. So let's go ahead and do this one the same way. And we can probably call it a night, because that'll probably be the end of the stream for tonight. I do need to go to bed. I have to work tomorrow, so sorry to let any of you down if you're here and enjoying, and I am very much debating calling in tomorrow. I don't feel like working tomorrow. I've been busting my ass for a really long time. We've been in the dead heat of summer, and it has been just brutal. The calls just keep coming in like crazy, and I mean, we've been keeping up, but it's been 10 and 12-hour days pretty much every day, and it's just, I need a little bit more than the 2-day break sometimes. You know, it's just not enough. And I don't mean to be whining or complaining, but sometimes a guy just needs a couple days to just recoup and get away from everything. I mean, on the 2 days off, I still have to get my grocery shopping done. I still have to get the waters, you know, lawn watered, laundry done, grocery shopping. This weekend we had the added bonus of trying to get the kids' school clothes shopping done, and all their supplies. They go back to school here first week of September, so it's been, you know, and then you got to try to devote time to, like, not that it's a chore or anything, but you got to try to devote time to your family and your kids and your wife, and you know, you need a little time to yourself sometimes, and it's just nice to be able to get that. So it'd be pretty nice to be able to take a little bit of a vacation right about now, but again, like I said, we are kind of in the busiest part of the season, so chances of that are very much not going to happen. It's not even like a slim chance. It's just not at all a chance. So yeah, you'll see how fast this goes now that we know exactly what we're doing. It's not trial and error. The second leg should go together really quickly. Just a matter of minutes compared to the other one. And we've already got that cut out. And cut this one out just the same. We already know exactly what we need to cut. And then we just do. Oh, that was my eye. Son of a bitch. That hurt. Anything in the chat, Nelly? Okay. Anyone even there that you can tell? Oh, there's no participants? Oh, that's kind of a bummer. As you can see, my workspace gets kind of dirty with little bits of plastic and stuff everywhere. It happens. Let's clean this up. I think it was one of the page groups that I'm part of. Somebody had built a the limited edition Unicorn Gundam that I guess you can get at 7-Eleven. I didn't know this is a thing. I highly doubt the 7-Elevens in my area carry them. I've been contemplating going down to 7-Eleven to see if they have them. I'm really sure they don't, but this is Canada. Maybe it's a Japanese thing. I don't know. I don't really know much about it. But anyway, someone had got one, and they were saying that the knee articulation was not that great, so they showed a way to cut and trim the knee joint to make it a little more accommodating so that the knee can do a full 180-degree bend. And I thought that was pretty decent of them to show that. Pretty simple little fix to a minor problem there. Obviously, this kind of goes a little bit above and beyond that. With Shiva, like I said, the Magatsuki knee was very similar in design, but I still had to completely meld the two knee joints together. It wasn't a perfect match. Like, I couldn't just use the pins from one leg into the knee joint of the other. The design was just different enough that I had to do a little custom work there. I think the pride and joy on that piece is the backpack, though, or the spirit armor that resides on the back. Really impressed with how that came out. That was, I had to build a custom spine, and I think because I did that custom spine, it's given me the courage to go ahead and try to make a custom tail for this kit. And I'm gonna try that and see how it goes. I'm just gonna go ahead and auger these ones out. It takes too long to do that sanding, even though it's nice once that's built and done. Let's see. Another piece of that. Looks like I might have to run this through the drill too, but maybe not. Okay. That's all gonna line up. Looks good. Looks really good. Let's go ahead and put our calf boot back together here. Uh-oh. That was my PC part, wasn't it? Yep. Bouncing around on the ground like crazy. Alright. Okay. So one thing I can say about these HG 1/100 kits from back in the day, like back in the day, it's something so old nobody even says it anymore. Anyway, from way back when, the Endless Waltz kits, they had a bad tendency of when they molded the pieces in the trees, they just put them like wherever, and like right in the front of the knee. Like, who the hell wants to see that? It's not really going to be hidden by this fin spike. Like, you're still going to see on either side of it. It's definitely not going to be hidden over the top of the foot. Like, it's right there in plain sight for everyone to see. Just poor planning on that part. Like, and that's one thing I really have developed an appreciation for with these frame arms kits and the Megami device kits is where they put the injection pieces. They've done their best to try to make sure that those pieces don't interfere with the look of the kit. So they try to hide them on the on the sides or inside the seam. They try to hide them in other places other than right there in plain sight. And I appreciate that anyway. I mean, thanks Kotobukiya, good job. You guys keep up the great work. Oh, I think that was the wrong leg. That one wasn't made for that pen, I don't think. What was this one? You're gonna have to really work hard to keep that straight, eh? Come on, get in there. Oh, this one's just gonna be a son of a bastard. Let's try the other way. There we go. There we go. What was that? What did I just drop? This pen? Maybe? We'll find out if it's anything important real soon. So yeah, the purple pins are just a temporary, but this will give us an idea of what it's going to look like anyway. To have these on here, still got to figure out if these are going to interfere. I don't think they will. I think they're going to go in there okay. I might have to shim that, or trim it just slightly. Oh fuck, that's in there nice and snug. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. Now we're at a point where she's not going to fit on screen anymore. That's amazing. Get this drill and this drill index out of the way. Pull this camera back a little bit. Get some of this other crap out of the way too. Just going to do a quick little dry fit test, kind of put her together a little bit, at least what we've got built so far, minus the wings. Okay, so it's nice and snug on the other side. There we go. Pen's gonna get in the way. And voila. There we go. As she's standing. There we go. You can see how tall she's going to be. Those fins really protrude from that knee, but I like it. I think that's really going to look good. Get her standing up somewhat straight there. I think that's not bad. Not bad at all. I'll take a couple pictures, post those, and yeah, let's just kind of see how I off the hip there. Maybe. Might be too much. I don't know. We'll see. We'll tinker around with that in a bit. As is, the wing pack is going to be massive. That thing's going to sit right about here. And that's just the midsection. Doesn't even include the main wings. So that's going to be swallowing her, but that's alright. I'm okay with that. I've already reinforced. I don't know if it's visible here on camera. I'll try to get the camera in here on the light. If you see that little bit of shine right there on the tip of that, I've already reinforced this peg with a steel rod. It was one other thing I did off screen. No, it wasn't that rod. It was a different rod. Where'd that one go? I have a little length of it left. Yeah, this one right here. Basically, I just drilled that out. I was forewarned that that peg is pretty brittle on this kit. So I've already drilled it, run a steel rod through it, so there should be no breaking that now. And yeah, hopefully she'll be able to support its weight. I know all of her joints are certainly tight enough that she should be able to stand and hold it, but we won't know until we get there. And yeah, she's looking pretty good. And it's really dark for some reason. Let's put her in the light. So that helps. There we go. Very, very glowy. I'm definitely digging on that. So that orange hair really stands out right now, especially against that purple. We're gonna be touching it up with some brown eventually, but yeah. So there's the progress on the legs, and I think we're gonna call it tonight. I'm gonna take a couple quick pictures, and we're going to yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call that a night, and we'll be back Tuesday with another stream. I might do a little bit of work in the meantime, just because it's hard not to work on this thing. But we'll see. We'll see how work treats me tomorrow, or if I decide to not go in. I'm not necessarily feeling the greatest right now, so I might just take a day. It's been really crappy weather out. It's been smoky. We're here in BC. We're being pretty much burned out, smoked out, whatever you want to call it. The wildfires here have just gotten really out of control, quite literally, and pretty much leaving the whole place just one big blanket of gray. Reminds me of the Matrix when they talk about how the humans scorched the sky to cut down the machines, and it's kind of what it feels like out there, to be honest with you. Is like the blackness of the world from the smoke. Like it's just blotted out the sun. It's actually been a few days you've been able to look pretty much right at the sun. It's just kind of a glowing ball of reddish orange, and I mean, it can't really be good for you to be breathing in, so be no big surprise as to why a guy can't breathe out there. I believe that was the plan, was to have that go like that. Oh, no, that's the wrong side. Let's switch that. It's got to go this way. I don't think I wanted the blade part to the outside, did I? How does that look from this angle? I know it's supposed to go this way. Doesn't look better the other way. Better this way. We'll allow it to go to that point. Yeah, actually that does look better that way. Okay, so that one's out. Just going to put these together real quick. And we are off to bed. I might have to glue these, it looks like. Especially right there. That's okay. And that looks really good. Stab myself in there with a skewer. And there we go. And then she should be able to still wrap one arm around her much in the same way he was able to before. But yeah, that's definitely that's good looking. That's gonna be amazing. Definitely good idea to add those blue tips in there. I like that a lot. Looks really good. Okay, so on that note, good night everyone, and we'll see you more than likely Tuesday. I do have to work in Fernie on Tuesday, so I might be a little late getting home, but we'll still do what we can, get something done on Tuesday, and hopefully even maybe do a little something tomorrow. There won't be a stream, like I said. Nelly will be streaming tomorrow, so I'll probably be running QC for her, and yeah. Anyway, all right, well, good night, and we'll see you all next time. Till then, stay cool. You can do the whole like and subscribe thing if you'd like. It's really a pain in the ass to do the notification to every single page, so it'd be nice if you are interested in watching these things and you just want to see the progress and want to check it out from time to time. Just do that for me and make that easy. I'm not monetizing these, so I don't really get any kickback from it, I don't think, but still pretty new to this whole YouTube thing. And yeah, so take care. See ya.